reading together. Overall energy. So we're getting ready to do your 2022. I'm sorry, 2023 yearly reading. All right, this reading is going to be very intense. So if you have some crystals, if you have notes, you want to bring those notes out because a lot of things will be taking place. Okay. So overall energy. Burning and crashing of buildings in low income communities. All right, and so grocery stores are getting ready to have some shortage. All right, they're getting ready to go through a massive shortage because what they're wanting to do is to take away your food. Because what happens when you take away food? People need to eat. People need to be fed, right? So either they're going to start, well, they already have, right? This is something that's already happened. It's getting ready to, everything that's taking place now is getting ready to increase. All right. So grocery stores will have a shortage, and it will be a lot of outrage and robbery that's taking place. A lot of those things will be taking place. Okay, so it's important to stock up. You want to stock up on your home goods. You want to stock up on your water, your food. You want to stock up on your energy packages. Okay, so you're gonna go through a survival moment. A lot of 2023. I want to get you ahead of the game because a lot of things took place in 2022. Nobody believed it, and it's happening. So we want to make sure that we go ahead and get ahead of that game. And so you want to make sure you have your survival kits like flashlights, first aid kits, heating systems, and you also want to get with a like-minded community that's willing to be on the same page as you. Some of you may have to move in with a family member, but the family members that you will be moving into or moving with, or even if you're sharing a house or a housing development, you are going to be surrounded by people that are on the same page as you. So if you feel like you were lost, 2023 is going to bring you to those people, okay? Or they're going to somehow, some way, you're going to meet these people. Be open to meeting new people, all right? Be open to working with new people. All right, your energy will tell you if they're right or if they're wrong. But all of those things will take place. So also too, security systems. I'm hearing security systems. So I don't know, what is it? CTI or something. Okay, so security systems also are able to track you. They're also tracking you by your IP address. So there are some websites out there, there are some companies out there that allows you, especially if you're an influencer, if you're online, whatever you're doing online, they will track your IP address, especially if you are doing something of the betterment of your community. All right, so the main thing is the goal is to distract you. The goal is to distract them. When I say them, people that is listening to you, they want to distract their message. So you're going to experience a lot of phone outages. You're going to experience Wi-Fi outages. You're going to experience a lot of things, okay? So it's really important, like I said, to have connections with local farmers, and it's very important to have a connection with plant growers. So even if you're not into planting, even if you don't have the time to be canning and things like that, you want to get connected with people who are doing that, because what they're going to do is teach you how to can in your own space or in your own room. Now remember, the home is in the heart. All right, so no matter where you are in the world, shelter, nice house, big house, small house, whatever, it doesn't matter. Condos will also be crashing. Let me stay on track. So you want to have a good connection with them. Also too, so food canning and fishing, having connections with sailormen, all right, or people that are sailors, people that actually go get their fish fresh off the boat. You want to be able to connect with them. So how do you get to those people? Get on the boat. All right. So if you're scared of water, you're scared of that, well, this message is probably not for you. You have to have bravery. You have to be able to go out there, and you have to be able to present yourself vulnerable at this time too. Now there's a lot of people that's on the boat. I spend time on the lakes a lot of times, in the ocean I spend a lot of time on the water, and you meet the best people. All right, a lot of freedom, no phones, no perspectives. Okay, be free to open up. I'm also hearing too, colleges and black-owned businesses, churches, and doctrines and things like that, scholars, where there's a lot of old, ancient knowledge. A lot of times that's in colleges, like I said, schools, mystery schools, wherever you are, they have a lot of old knowledge. That's what the new year will be based off of. And so wherever they are, African American histories, community outreach programs, they want to wipe history away. So we are entering the stage of Pluto and Scorpio, which is King Tut's energy. And so a lot of the things that you're creating, they're going to try to wipe it away. So it's very important that you create on platforms, or you create in your community. You want to get your name out there. You want to be able to travel. You want to be able to go places. You're going to have to do things on foot and word of mouth. So if you build a good community, or if you build a good entity, or if your hustle is good, you want to keep your name good, because it will always fall back to you. All right, this is not the time to be investing into crypto or stocks and bonds. There's going to be a lot of market crashing. A lot of CEOs are coming up missing and dead. All right. And so with that being said, you want to invest your money into like assets, gold, silver too, I'm hearing, property, assets, ownership. It's all about ownership at this time. Okay, that's how you're going to be able to free yourself from the matrix, because we are still in the matrix. Even though we have a higher knowledge, you have to be able to deliver this knowledge to the people, or whatever you're doing. It needs to go from head, and it goes from the cerebral standpoint, mind, body, and soul, and you want to put it in your hands. Okay, so your hands is deliverance. All right, cool. So killings of pastors and CEOs will be taking place. All right, mysteriously coming up dead or missing is what's going to happen. So your leader, or whoever you follow, it's possibility they're going to crash and they're fall, because what they fail to realize is that in order for you to have some type of power, in order for you to have some type of ownership, you have sacrificed something. Okay, so police raiding, convenience as far as black people, police to turn on their people. So there's also police out here that's offering deals. They want people that has a certain DNA but don't have much. So if you're very impoverished, if you don't have a lot of knowledge, if you don't have a support system, if you're alone, you're abandonment, they want you. They want you. They don't want the higher ups, because at the end of the day, they already know what time it is, because it's levels and it's tiers to this shit. Okay. I'm also seeing there's oaths taken underneath the surface to save themselves, even if they have to kill their own kind. All right, so that's also taking place. This is family, friends. They don't even have to necessarily have some type of status. Okay, this is people that you see every day. They will sacrifice your ass. Okay. Life insurance policies are changing, higher prices, especially for the low-income families. They don't want you to be able to deliver children. They do not want you to be able to. It's even more so that they want you to create a lot of babies just so they can kill them. All right, it's a huge sacrifice. These are entities that's underneath the surface. You may see it, you may feel it, or you may not understand where it's coming from. So I'm telling you where it's coming from. All right, so make sure that the main thing is how to get out this matrix. You need to own. How do you own? You use your gifts. You have a gift. Everybody is born with a gift, no matter who you are. Now, the thing about it is you must believe in them gifts. You must take the time to invest in those gifts. If you do not invest in those gifts, then this situation will most likely happen to you, because when you own things, even if you have to pay taxes to the white man, and when I say that, I mean it doesn't matter your color, but we know who the white man is. Okay, the government, when we speak of. All right, there's a lot of trades and deals that's happening in the government as well. Minimum wage increasing, so you would work more. They want you to work more, and they're going to offer you something like, hey, if you work these next few hours, I need you to work a 12-hour shift, 14-hour shift, 24 hours, 48 hours. I want you to work nonstop, because the main thing is we want to keep you away from your family. We want to keep you away from your home structure and your domestic bliss. How do we do that? How do we separate the homes? Make the fathers work hard, all right, or make the mothers work hard. Okay, so there will be a separation in families. A lot of marriages will be broken. Okay, because there's simply this message is for those who it sticks to, and everybody will not be a part of this. Okay, so even your own spouse, your own wife, they will turn on you. only for the sake of or the betterment of themselves. Remember, it's not necessarily the person that you're looking at. It's more so the entity behind it. You're looking at the moon. The moon is the hidden, how someone feels on the inside, the intuition, things that is not revealed to you. So this is how a person feels on the inside, okay? They may not understand why they're doing certain things. They may not even understand why they feel this way about you. But the main thing is it's an entity that's behind them. And so that you must leave them behind. You're walking up Jacob's ladder, okay? And if you turn around, you will turn into a pillar of salt. Moving on. So they want to make sure that you're restless so you can create and spend time with your family, take care of the home. All right, what else do we need to know? Okay, so more families will turn towards homeschooling and intimate school settings. All right, so this year you're probably going to have this eureka moment, or this download, or this perception that you're going to perceive. And what's going to happen here is you're going to decide to put your babies in homeschool, or you're going to be the homeschooler, and that's going to require you to lose your job. So in order to do that, you must make up some type of job or use a certain gift to create from home. A lot of home domestic bliss. It will not be a lot of traveling. If you travel, it probably like once a year, especially if you're a world traveler and you travel a lot. If you are, I feel like you are safe, but then you need to have the money perspective. Okay, this year is all about money. If you don't have the money, you will fail. Okay, how do you heal the Black community? How do you heal the Mexican community? How do you heal the Jewish community? How do you heal the Arabic community? Wherever you are, you have to invest in your goals, okay? If you do travel, you be traveling to places that's more cultured, all right? So it's almost like, think about when you go to a town and they just post up outside with their tents, all right? This is all the things that they have created throughout the week. They sell them. I'm hearing flea markets, Chinatowns, places like that. You want to have a tent and an umbrella. I think, if I'm not mistaken, selling permit is free in most cities or institutions, only because it's free to you. It's almost like a birthright. There will also be a lot of bloodshed and murder. Of course, we already know that. But creating more diseases to slow down the woman's reproduction systems. All right. So they don't want you to create no more babies. They're trying to get rid of the Black community, and they're also trying to wipe away history, which would never happen. But in sake of, so if you're dealing with a person that is just their mental is not correct, they're on a different mission, they want to have sex, they want to have multiple women, multiple men, they're very dirty, okay? Their insides are dirty, have a lot of parasites. And so what happens is, especially if you're connecting with the womb, or you're connecting with your phallic, whatever, your phallic meaning your penis, whatever you're doing, you are the creator, okay? And so if your mind, body, and spirit is not correct, well, then that's what you're also creating. I'm also hearing too, there is judges being murdered. A lot of judges will be murdered. Okay, they're gonna come up missing, dead. All right, this is also a year of karma. So karma will be taking place, and I think Saturn is going to Saturn is here for another year, or Saturn will possibly let up in, I think, if I'm not mistaken, May. I think that's when everything will start to transition. So May is going to speed up for a lot of people. I'm also hearing too, coming together with like-minded communities, as I said before, soul groups, because people will be dividing. I mean, your soul group does not have to be your same ethnicity. They don't have to be, I use me because I'm Black or African American descent. You have to go outside of your culture. You have to go outside of your community. You may have to work with people that are not your color, but have the same like mind and coming from a soul connection that is very important too. All right, so like I said, you're gonna have the eureka moment. Some people have their eyes open, and some people have their eyes closed, and that's the reason too, because this is the year of the chosen ones. All right, so whatever you're doing, they're asking you to live out loud. Okay, make sure you are being your true, authentic self. This is not the time to steal nobody's work. This is not the time to, take somebody's information and then just putting it in your own words without doing a research and without studying. And remember, nothing escapes the divine. So we all see it. Massive murders, okay? Mass murders. I mean, obviously there will be the school shootings and things like that, but we're talking more so in homes, okay? So you want to get your guns permitted. You want to make sure you're following the law with that. But you also want, if you can't get a gun because of your record, there's other avenues that you will go down to, like mace, tasing, just being prepared. Also, too, if you have children, teaching them how to protect themselves. Working from home, business. You want to be able to save money and cook. Also, to grow and feed your own animals and stay away from zoos. Okay, there will be a lot of zoo outrages. There will be a lot of zoo outrages. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Okay, so there will be a lot of zoos. There's animals breaking out of zoos. Okay, this is something that's happening in the animal kingdom because the ancestors are definitely working their magic. I'm also hearing there will be a huge animal that's going to kill a zookeeper. That's going to go ahead and take place. Breaking out of jail. So some people will have this. Some people that especially if they're serving a lot of time, they will be able to escape from jail just like animals as well too. So captivity, even if it's a risk, even if they're die, even if this energy does not care. All right. Also, to sniper spirits and everyone and guns and protection. That's why you want to protect yourself because there will be a lot of snipers. I'm also hearing homeless people being assassins. Okay, so the homeless people are the ones that's actually going to be doing the massive killings on the street because all they have to do is blend in and walk away, and whoever know it was them. I'm also hearing the movie Colombiana, so maybe you want to take place with that. All right. Also, too, laws will be changing. Car tags and 30-day tags. If you have car tags, 30-day tags, trust me, I already know all about it. You want to make sure that you get your car registered. Okay, just make sure that you are put in a position where you actually are following the law when it comes down to the government and how rules are played. Whether if you follow them or not, you want to make sure those three, especially like if it's your needs, you want those intact. You want those laws intact as well too. Also hearing, sorry, I wrote down so much. They was telling me so much. By the way, I was sponsored by Huey Newton, Nipsey Hussle. There's a few more, but I can't think of them right now because they kind of came in and came out. So they will be putting things in drugs, psychedelics, in young teens, especially if you're gay. All right, they're going to be putting a lot of fentanyl and killer drugs inside of the community, only because, especially if you are having issues with your family, you're trying to hide, you're trying to portray an image. Not saying that you all are, but for those, if you're not awakened to it, this will happen to you. Also, to a prime minister coming up dead, especially I'm hearing it, I don't know where it's going to be, but Africa or foreign countries, war or suicide. That is the choice. So either you go to war, or this is what this demon is possessing over that energy. It's more so if you want to go to war or do you want to commit suicide. That's another thing too. So I'm really picking up healer's energy. Mass murders. They have to kill by the number. All right, more diseases spreading, especially, like I said, in the LGBT community, undercover partners, and wildfires. So they're trying to kill. Not only are they going to, cause friction inside the grocery stores, also, too, they're going to start killing, like especially if you're a hunter, you hunt deer meat, chickens, birds, whatever. There will also be a shortage because they're going to try to create more wildfires. All right. Artists in industry, witches in recreation, top labels. Okay, so there's 3 top labels that's going to be doing a lot of sacrifices. All right, these labels and these people that run these labels, they have sold their soul to a witch. Okay, and so she was able to give me the information so that I can provide it to you. I don't fuck with her, but I'm also letting you know that she is putting the message out there. So the messages be plain as day. All right. What's hidden is actually in plain sight. Stay underground, stay independent, and watch the company that you keep because offerings and deals will be made, especially if you ain't never had shit. That's what they're looking for. They're looking for people that are vulnerable. They're looking for people that's proverbs. They're looking for people that they can quote unquote change your life. But the truth be told, you'll be changing it on your own. Undercover killing, and they're gonna kill by the tattoos. Okay, so depending on what tattoo you have on you, they study tattoos. All right, they study that. They already know your DNA. They already know who you are. They already know where you're from. That's another thing. Lacing of pain pills, hospitals, and pharmacy sedation. A lot of people will be going down for surgery, whether it's heart surgery, back surgery, even births, okay? Anything that's regards going underneath the needle, they're going to be doing a lot of sedation, and a lot of people will not make it out. So this year you may be hearing about how you know somebody that possibly died due to whatever they're going. Okay, so pharmacies and doctors get paid more by the killing. Okay, so like when we went through COVID, it was very easy, even though you knew that these people are already sick. For some, those, if you are weak, you went out there and got them shots. I feel like we've all had at one point had some type of shot, right? So it's very important for you to rebuild on your respiratory system, is what I'm hearing. All right, so the ocean, so bodies floating to the top, water spirits, and drowning mysteriously. There will be a celebrity that's going to pass in the waters. It's a water spirit that's taking place, so be careful when you're traveling to foreign countries and places where there's a lot of lakes, waters, because there's a lot of water spirits. These water spirits can hop on you even if they don't kill you. They will, if that water spirits hop on you, not all bad, but this particular entity, it will go through your partner once you have sex with them. So it's almost like you're gonna be traveling to the beach, or you're gonna be traveling. You decided out of nowhere you want to take a walk on the beach by yourself. You want to leave your family in a hotel. You want to decide to walk. Especially men, you will be lured in. Boats will be tipping over, so be careful, sailormen, if you're out there sailing. If you also just canoeing, doing water sports, they will be flipping boats over, and you're gonna mysteriously be passing. A lot of people that had passed away, quote unquote, because of drowning, they will actually be floating to the top. All right, so a lot of bodies will be coming up from out of nowhere. I don't know. It's a message that they want to do. So like I said, so luring men into the ocean. Celebrity will be missing, like I stated. Boats flipping over, of course. Okay, so then we want to get to the stocks, cryptocurrency. So cryptocurrency, the market will be crashing a lot. So even they're going to increase the interest, or they're going to increase the numbers on that. So you want to kind of take a break from that this year. All right, whatever you have, you want to go ahead and I don't know what do you call it, but you want to go ahead and trade it over to another account. I'm also hearing banks blowing up. All right, so it's almost like they're going to increase the fees. Okay, so you also want to invest in gold, silver, properties, assets, ownership. You want to be able to own. I'm not talking about leasing. This is not. No, if you have to, I understand, right? Because you got to get to the next step. However, the person that you're partnering with is actually a person that actually could have took a deal, and so there is no more quality inside of the business, so it's no longer going to grow. That's why it's crashing now. All right, productivity will slow down for those. Okay, high-rise condos crashing and collapsing. So you're going to be seeing a lot of those. Okay, so even hotels. Okay, so that's why I'm saying be careful where you're traveling to. More women will be coming up dead and missing. I'm also hearing, like, if you're a celebrity, or if you are dealing with celebrities, working with celebrities, they have their own agenda. Okay, these people are possessed, period. And so they are meant to be controlled and to operate certain numbers. Like I said, there will be a lot of women that's coming up missing. They're going to be invited to these parties where you can't have your phone. You may have to sign a contract, an NDA. All right. The friends that invited them there, they will be a part of this scheme, okay? Because again, it's all about sacrifice, power, control, and money. I'm also hearing the Bay side, so I'm assuming the Bay Area in California, because that's what the message I had heard. All right, so Pluto and Scorpio goes into May, and so it'll be a lot of vigilance and war. They already know who you are, like I said, based on your DNA. Whether even if you know who you are or not, it's certain terminology they look for, it's certain brain activities, it's certain things. Okay, remember, they already know what to do with people when they're causing food shortages and cutting off random lights and causing storms. Okay, these storms are not natural. All right, it's almost like you go through certain cities, it's 5 degrees, and you come to the south, it's 47 degrees. All right, that's what I'm saying. So people go to space and have NASA and all that, these big corporate companies or these big entities, all right, within themselves. And so when they come back, they have a lot of they have an agenda. Okay, there's also a vault that's in space. I know this sounds crazy, but just follow me. There's a vault that's there that's hidden, where there's a lot of hidden ancient knowledge. And if you don't have the ability to astro project or to go to these different domains, you will be a part of that. Okay, you will be a part of the abuse of power. All right, so a lot of ancient messages coming out too. I'm also hearing, let's see, I want to make sure I covered everything before I tapped into, yeah, a lot of women luring. Okay, so especially if you're interracial marriages, it's not necessarily that, it's more so you can feel this energy when it comes on to you. You can feel a luring spirit. Okay, you give in, you have sex with them, and then next thing you know, your whole damn foundation is destroyed. All right, CEOs will be coming up killed, missing, and dead. All right, like I said. And then also too, this is a time to create domestic home bliss. So you want to make sure, if you're struggling about a home, if you do the work, you will have a home, you will have a place to stay. This will not affect you. But it's not even about like your materialistic thing, homes, cars, shoes, money, whatever. It's more so about the mental. Okay, a lot of children will be exposed to a lot of things on the internet, so you want to make sure you're cutting them off at a certain time. You want to make sure you're doing parental advisory on things, or parental blockage. I'm also hearing too, I don't know, they were sitting in my room, y'all, so they were just sitting there writing. I had to write till my hands started hurting. Like I said, they're trying to get rid of history. Okay, they want you to join forces with the op. All right, people will be joining forces with the op. That's just plain and simple. Okay, and make sure you're doing food canning, fishing. If you do have chickens, birds, coops, moose, beef, ox, whatever, you want to make sure that you're growing, and you want to make sure that you're feeding them the perfect diet, because you know, energy is what we eat. So and when you walking into these grocery stores and these chickens all swole up and big and filled with steroids, that is what's also going inside your body. Gay community, LGBT community, they are on your top. Okay, number one, if you're black, they look at you black first. If you're not black, they're still on your ass, because at the end of the day, it's more likely easy for them to kind of invade your energy, because they can give you drugs, they can offer you deals, commitments. There'll be a lot of deals and commitments that are being placed. You do not want to take the first offer. All right, you do not want to take the first offer, because a lot of those things are a lot of those people, they want the people that are vulnerable and broke in. Okay. All right. There's a lot of black magic that's taking place, but it's also a lot of magic that's on the forefront. I'm also hearing the Phoenix. Okay, Phoenix. So you want to study that. If you want to make multiple money, if you want to make a lot of money, your heart has to, okay, you know you're doing ancient Egypt, okay? But at the same time, you want to make sure you study the Phoenix, because that's the market. That is the seller, that is the money, that is the commerce, that is everything else. You want to study that. That way you'll be able to, you don't have to necessarily, if you don't even have a website, you don't have to create a website. If you just want to hustle, if you just want to be out in your community, that's fine. You will still make a lot of money. I'm also hearing you going back to the traditional way of counting money. So I'm hearing safes, safe deposits in your home. I'm also hearing checkbooks or some type of writing when it comes down to your finances. You want to write them. You want to see the numbers for yourself. Do not allow people to offer you deals and you don't know the contracts, because a lot of you don't read contracts verbatim. And it's not that you don't want to, as many of you just can't understand it. So if you're running, I'm hearing, what is it? Excuse me. It's USC laws. Sorry. I can't remember which one it is. I'll come back with it. I'll put it in the comments. It's something with USC laws. I can't think of the name of it right now because I'm kind of just going. I'm in another element, but you understand what I'm talking about. There's a book out there that teaches you the laws, and as we all know, well, if you don't know, laws change every 6 months, okay? So because you don't know that, right, that is what's also going to be taking place. Learning how to not let love get in the way, because love will get you killed for sure. Fake love. All right, at this point you got to hop into empress status or emperor status. So when you think of a pyramid, you have let's talk about it. So when you think of a pyramid, damn, my phone went off. You have your slaves, craftsmen, and then you have your people that actually order them, so that's managers and things like that. Then you have the CEOs, corporates, and then you have the high priest. And then it goes all the way to the top to the pharaoh. All right, and that's also how it's going to take place too. A lot of abundance is coming your way too. How to heal your children, how to heal the Black community, love. All right, and then you want to strip them also too from incapabilities. So if you have children, you want to make sure you're grooming your children. Remember, when you're dealing with ancient knowledge, you're dealing with, there is no such thing as a fetus, okay? Whatever you're birthing, whether it's an idea, whether it's a child, whatever it is, you are birthing that, and you must cater to the children, because the children will be able to lead the destiny. And what happens is, we went through a community where they wanted us to turn on our own children, because remember, the main thing is to cause destruction. And in this case, you're not going to be causing destruction. You're actually going to heal situations. Now, if you're already operating out of that low, or I wouldn't say low vibrational energy, but you're operating out of the energy of the mundane world, well, you're going to need a lot of power and control in order to operate. Keep in mind, people will turn on you, especially if you can't feed them. What do you think orca whales do? When you think of orca whales, think of SeaWorld. What people don't know is underneath those waters, they have a cage. They have a temple that they have to go to, which, first off, the pool ain't big anyway. But because you're a human, you're just sitting in a little box, it looks huge, right? When they're doing their performances. But really, back underneath the water, they have another cage that they go through. And when they have zookeepers and things like that have access to it. And they also are feeding them, and then they're not feeding them. So a lot of animals will be turning on people. A lot of animals will be coming up on the ocean dead. So you're going to be seeing sharks, stingrays, octopus, jellyfish, all of these things, okay, will be taking place. They will be coming to surface as well. Like I said, a man, if you're a feminine energy, a man will be getting in your way. You already know that, but it's very important that you use this energy to, you need to keep things to yourself, because they kind of don't want me telling them more, but I got to say some more things. Contracts and marriages will be divided, but you will be connected with your life partner. Your life partner may not be of the same ethnicity. Like I said, this person may be from a different background, or still have African American descent, or they have some type of African descent. If not, I feel like those are the people, I don't care what color you are, these are the people that you want to connect with, especially if they're foreign. For children, you want to go ahead and get connected with trust funds, extracurricular activities, cooking, baking, crafting, hygiene, and self-care. All right, you want all those things to take place too. I'm trying to think, do I hear everything? There will be underground birthing centers for women who are birthing and do not have insurance, Medicaid, and things like that. That's why it's very important that you have the money. You have to create, you have to, bring in your money. And honestly, you can make $500 a day. Seriously, you really could. But the $500 a day aspect is based off your gift. So if you're a blogger, you're a writer, computer science, biometrics, doctors, lawyers, everybody can really work from home. Think about it, you know, that virtual, when the stage of Aquarius popped in, everything went virtual, which is ruled by Gemini, social media. I was looking under a microscope and lab testing, okay, and they're showing me viruses and bacteria and a lot of parasites. It's coming through the food. If you're vegan, they coming for your ass too. So you need to know that too. If you're vegan and you think you're plant-based, they're putting shit in the plant-based too. Period. That's what they're doing as well. So you're not secluded. That's the thing. Because they already knew that out of nowhere black people was gonna run somewhere, or not black people. They knew that black people, because I feel like that's the main target too. But if you're not, it doesn't matter if you're black or not. If you're anything that's different and outside of the normal standard, if you're not part of the matrix, they coming for your ass too. Toiletries will be a shortage. I'm also hearing Pampers. So they're gonna be starting to call Pampers. Not saying the brand, but certain brands will be causing a lot of rash, infections inside the baby's bottom. And also too, if your child is going to a different direction, a different location, if you're co-parenting with someone, it's not even that, okay, you are dealing with some trash ass people too. Some of you are just dealing with, if a child keep coming on with diaper rash and stuff like that, this person's trash. But it's more so about the diaper within itself. They have put chemicals in the diaper that's going to cause infections on the child's bottom. So go the cloth route. You want to do cloth, or you want to do I don't know the fabric, but you want to go the cloth route. Also too, your water. So they're going to be tempering the water. Do not drink tap water. I don't care if you have a filter on it or not. The filter does not clean out all the parasites that are also inside the water. So you want to make sure you stock up on a lot of water this month. This month is what I'm hearing. Yoni steams are important. You want to do your own. Make sure also too the herbs. That's why I'm saying you need to find a good grower. You need to find a good herbalist that is very familiar with herbs and how they work, because what's happening is this year a lot of people are going to start starting new businesses and things like that based off herbs and holistic healing. A lot of these people are not of your best interest, so you want to make sure that you're doing it yourself. All right, budgeting and financing. Okay, yeah, Title 15 and US 1692. All right, so you're going to be dealing with a lot of debt collectors and a repo. You're going to be able to receive a lot of that money back if you follow the rules, okay? Like I said, a lot of laws have changed. Books are being updated every year, and there's going to be a new book that's going to be released, and it's very important that you get access to it. When I say that, it's going to be about your assets, your credit. There is no such thing as credit. Ooh, I know y'all ain't just say that, but it's not. Not in your world, not in this world, not in the home and intuitives. There is no such thing as credit. 1629 codes refers to debt collectors. They may not engage in any conduct or oppress and abuse a person in connection. So if you have a debt collector that's calling you nonstop, they're not meant to harass you, but because you don't know better, you sitting every time they call your phone, either hit ignore, or you're sitting here like, I'm gonna pay you, I'm gonna pay you, I'm gonna pay you. Their job is to get you to do that. Debt collectors and things like that are not real. They are real physically, like you can see them, but it's all an illusion. It doesn't matter. I think if I'm not mistaken, collect debtors credit was created what, 1980 something. I'm not sure. It was very recent. So before then, the world was operating on trades, goods, assets, what you can do. Everything is not about money. Money is going to eventually perish. All right, they're trying to take away the dollar amount, okay? Especially in China, they're trying to remember, back then, back before time, during the Jewish times, okay, when we talk about money, if you don't know, how did the pennies, the quarters, the nickels, the dimes come about? Well, if you look at a penny, quarter, or dime, it has a face on it, right? It has a face on it because it was an imprint. It was a message. It was trying to convince people that it was property. But truth be told, people used to trade goods. So this year is going back into trading. What can you do for me? What can I do for you? You want to get with that type of community. Also too, you know, debt collectors are meant to harm your reputation. They're meant to harm your reputation with other banks. Okay. That's also going to take place in violations. All right. So what you're going to do is you're going to send a letter in to not to be able to call you because it goes against the U.S. 1692 law and the Title 15. If you don't know the law, then you probably ain't gonna know what I'm talking about. But just understand, credit or debt collectors are not meant to harass you. All right, even if you don't get nothing out of it, they cannot harass you. Moving on. All right, so when you're dealing with the Phoenix, okay, the Wheel of Fortune, the market, where you go sell, commerce, where you sell your goods, people that is buying, right? I don't care if it's even the grocery store. I don't care if you're shopping only black-owned business. I don't care what you're doing. The question is, you don't ask the Phoenix questions. You have to already have in mind who are you serving. So you must find your target audience and focus on that. A lot of people want power. A lot of people want to do it the divine way, but unfortunately, we are in the mundane world, and so it's all about power and control. Who I can kill, who I can get off, in order to get more sacrifices and money. Okay. All right. I'm also hearing womb work. So, ladies, take care of your womb. How do you take care of your womb? I'm getting ready to post something on my website, astrology2.0.com. It is not uploaded yet, but it will be uploaded in a few days. And all of that will be on there where you can kind of take care of your womb. And certain diets, certain foods, and operation. Because we need you creating, okay? We need, whether if it's more babies, whether if it's businesses. This is about the empire stage. So if you have not already did your empire, if you haven't already built on the gift, then you're going to be a worker for the next 10 years. Remember, we are in the North Node of Taurus. North Node of Taurus is slow and it's stuck. And once it's stuck, it does not move. So whatever you're doing right now, this is most likely what you'll be doing for the next decade. So you do have the opportunity to go ahead and change that. You do have the opportunity. Okay, I'm also hearing too, a lot of men will be trading on their own families. A lot of men, they're suppressed. Okay, I'm also hearing what you say out there boot licking with the white man. Okay, so that's what I'm hearing too. Black Panther's energy as well. Okay, so you want to study, even if you're in an interracial relationship, you want to study the culture of a black man. Or you want to study the culture of a black woman. Of course, that will be hard for you to understand because it's not in your DNA to understand. So you must do extra research in order to understand it. I'm also saying there will be families dividing. Okay, the men and women will be turning on you. I don't care if you're a race. It doesn't matter. It's meant to divide because what happens is you're dealing with a lot of karmic energy, a lot of karma. And when karma comes, it's coming from past life. Okay, you probably don't even realize where it's coming from. It's like, damn, you ever heard the saying where it was like, I just don't like this person, like it's something about them, they just do something to my skin. It's because of your existence. Okay, this person may not even realize why they're doing this to you, but they're doing it anyway. A lot of hatred. Also too, if you steal my work, you will catch third-degree burn. I need to say that to somebody because I feel like I do feel energies that are trying to steal or trying to manipulate whatever I got going on. You can't. I'm too powerful. Move on. Also, too, I'm hearing the glass bottle, the flask, and the shoulder. Okay, when you're dealing with the glass bottle, wine bottles, I'm hearing some of you have a lot of bottles or wine bottles in your home or just glass bottles that you need to take to recycle. You just haven't gotten rid of them yet. That's an important message. I'm also hearing a dead soldier. All right, so a lot of grief, a lot of miscarriages will be taking place. Okay. A lot of children that will be born into this new, because I was doing a reading, I think I did a reading earlier this year, how a lot of Aries children will be born. A lot of these Aries children are very gifted. They are also meant to come with messages. They're the closest thing to the veil. They just cannot talk and they cannot deliver the messages to you. Also, too, I'm hearing pay attention to your child's drawing. If a child is not talking to you, make them draw. A lot of their children may not be able to communicate, but they can communicate through drawings. That's also another thing too. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So I'm going to go ahead and pull your overall energy, and I feel like you're going to be okay. I do have to show you the dark side of it because media. Also too, there will be a lot of projections on YouTube, commercials, ads. It's right there in front of your face. The shit that y'all don't see is right there in front of your face. So they're going to start posing that religion on you hard, especially Christianity. Nothing against Christians. I have nothing against Christians. I'm all for all people. However, there is a motive and there is a tactic of control, okay? That's why you're condemned of your sins and stuff like that. It's meant to keep you control. Moving on. I'm not going there today. Moving on. Freedom is what I'm hearing. So they're trying to free you from this matrix because you're still stuck in the dream. So a lot of this information is going to come through your dreams. So a lot of you already had some dreams. And you're also connecting with a wolf, okay? So you're going to be picking up on, yeah, you got 2 wolves here and crows. So you're dealing with the animal kingdom. So you need to study wolves. All right, and you're becoming aware. All right, I feel like you are listening. That's what's up. I like that. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. Don't forget to donate to channels. All right, if somebody's giving you a message, if somebody is sowing you a seed, you must donate. It's not about, it's equal give and take, right? Number one, I'm gonna start here. It's equal give and take. So when you sow a seed, you understand the message is almost faith of the mustard seed. No matter what, it grows, okay? Whether it grows in your life or it grows in another person's life, it's equal give and take. Also, too, if you have a YouTube channel, if you have a channel, or if you have some type of platform, or if you're in a community, whatever you're doing, community work. Also, too, everything offering money is really like the lowest form, to be real with you. But we are in a society where we need money, right? But you want to be able to connect with people that have something else to offer. So you might be connecting with other business owners and they have something that you need that's going to be a part of your business, okay? So maybe if you need t-shirts made, okay? So you're going to go find a t-shirt maker. Maybe you can't afford the machine within itself. I think it's only $238 or like between $200 and $400. You make your own shirts. All right, so what you want to do is you want to find somebody that actually puts in good work. That way that you can do it yourself, or you can have somebody that's going to help you. This is all about help, community, and support. So you're not alone. Even if you find yourself separating from family, friends, old habits, that will be taking place in the year 2023 because they literally just don't get it. All right, they do not get it. But you do, and that's why you were chosen. That's why it is home of the intuitives. Okay, so this is like an underground railroad, I know. But as long as they keep my channel going, I'm going to keep going. All right. Also, too, the goddess that you just want to connect to is liberation. All right. Like I said, some of you are going to be, there's going to be some miscarriages or stillborns that's taking place. You know, God forbid if this is you, right? Because that's a whole nother subject. But you may have to help, or you may have to assist women in that area. Okay. Liberation. So you're being liberated. All right. But if you see this, if you can't see them, but these faces are right here behind the scenes, okay? So like I said, everything is in front of you in plain sight. All right, home intuitive. So you could have been anywhere in the world, but you decided to be here with me. And because of that, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. Everything you need is in the description box below, which is that Cash App. And it's peace and blessings to you. Take care.